to the situation en masse. At first, far be it from me, I got a little bit excited because the men were like calling him out and saying like how creepy the whole situation was and saying that we got to put a stop to these age gap relationships. Like, you know.
Now, let's start right there. Men didn't come out and say it was creepy. No. See, this is people. This is called propaganda, right? Cause I already did a whole video showing you guys the studies that show it was Daily News, New York Post, New York Times, it was everywhere that younger women are going after the older men. Now,
I got my swag right, feeling crispy clean. Girl, I'm the flyest mother you've ever seen.
Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Builds. I'm your host, Michael May, and today on this episode of Man Talk, we gotta have this conversation. Listen, fellas, out of this whole video, there's only really one part I want you to really listen to and hone in on, and we're gonna get to the rest. Shout out to Anton. People, this is why I like to do reaction videos to the reaction videos, because sometimes I want to fill up the gaps. But I want you to pay attention, right? We're gonna dive right into this. Fellas, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, turn on the notifications, y'all. I'm dropping videos like this every single day. Y'all know I'm still doing my live man talks in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. But throughout the day, I will be dropping videos like this more often. Fellas, listen to this.
Sharp situation at this point feels like none of my white business, but I just want to say one thing really quick about how the men are responding to the situation en masse. At first, far be it from me, I got a little bit excited because the men were like calling him out and saying like how creepy the whole situation was and saying that we got to put a stop to these age gap relationships. Like, you know, the whole thing almost felt like men wanted other men to take responsibility. But now I'm seeing like a lot of hot takes come out about we need to raise the age of consent. How about we raise our standards instead? Like, what do you mean, raise the age of consent? Why does this always come back to controlling women somehow? Every single time something like this happens, the response is usually to make a law that will probably backfire on women, right? Because y'all realize this will definitely backfire on women and not men.
Because I think that people in society as a whole wants clarity across the board, right? And it's funny, I'm still missing a plot, honest to God. I'm missing a plot because I'm still trying to figure out how Shannon Sharpe became the villain when obviously, especially with a woman that would hire a Tony Busby and record conversations and plot this whole situation out, is a villain. I mean,
Feels like none of my...
Now, we're gonna go piece by piece. Now, I do want to say this real fast. I like the fact what Anton just said. People gotta stop acting like Shannon is the villain. Like, we gotta stop that. Because women want to champion women when they do wrong. But when it's considered a man to do something wrong, we don't champion it. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to get into that. Pay attention.
My white business, but I just want to say one thing really quick about how the men are responding to the situation en masse. At first, far be it from me, I got a little bit excited because the men were like calling him out and saying like how creepy the whole situation was and saying that we got to put a stop to these age gap relationships. Like, you know.
Now, let's start right there. Men didn't come out and say it was creepy. No. See, this is people. This is called propaganda, right? Cause I already did a whole video showing you guys the studies that show it was Daily News, New York Post, New York Times, it was everywhere that younger women are going after the older men. Now, with you now hearing that information, listen, you're gonna hear what she's gonna say. No, first of all, you heard what she just said. We gotta put an end to this age gap dating. Listen.
The whole thing almost felt like men wanted other men to take responsibility. But now I'm seeing like a lot of hot takes come out about we need to raise the age of consent. How about we raise our standards instead?
So here's the thing, right? Women don't want you to fight back as a man. They want you to sit down and take it like a man. See, they don't want you to fight back. So hear me. Because you guys always want to say, my frontal inner loop, my esophagus muscle is not developed. So you guys want to always say some bullshit, fucking neurologist, Scientologist, zoologist type shit. Y'all always want to make up an excuse as to why a woman can do something and get away with it. Fellas, this is called moving the goalposts. So when men say, cool, so we know what we should do? Raise the age of consent to 25. Because hear me, because you're going to, listen.
Like, what do you mean raise the age of consent? Why does this always come back to controlling women somehow? Every single time something like this happens, the response is usually to make a law that will probably backfire on women. Right?
Now, see, that's the part, fellas, hear me. See, because you guys are not listening to the words. She knows. No, yes. You want to keep complaining about something happening in age gap, so change the laws. Because the laws right now of age of consent is 18 in some places. In New York City, it's 17. Where I'm at, it's 17. So change the laws. But now it's like, it's to control women. No. But remember, Anton said no. It's because we need clarity across the board. Are you a fucking adult at 18 or are you not? This is the problem we have in this clown world that we live in, is that when it's beneficial to women, it's okay. But now when men said, so then raise the age of consent, what happens is this. Now it's gonna force women to do what? Stay at home with their parents till they're 25. You can't go get that lease to that apartment. You can't go get no car. So pretty much now you can't do nothing. And it handicaps women. Now, here's the flip side. I showed you guys. NYU has the largest sugar baby in attendance. Most of the sugar babies in this country are in NYU. Why? Because women are seeking these men for arrangements to financially take care of them. So if we said raise the age of consent, so now the women, mind you, the lady that Shannon Sharpe is in trouble with, she's 19. So hold on. So her brain wasn't developed, but she had her OnlyFans. So she knew that sex sells. So her brain developed fast enough for that. But then they want to shame men for dating younger women. How stupid do you sound? That's why I don't care about none of you soft ass niggas in here. Oh, you're dating a young girl. She's a child. Okay, so if she's a child, then listen, release from jail. Carmelo, Release Carmelo Anthony from jail. The nigga who just bodied that kid from the college game and he stabbed him. Release him, because he's not 25. He is a child. Let that man live. He's a child. Because if we're going to do this, it has to work for everybody. It has to work for men and women. Why? Because what he did was premeditated. He told them, yo, my boy, you keep playing these games with me, I got something for you. Same way she's like, you know what? I'm sexy, I'm hot, these guys want me, I'm gonna get an OnlyFans. She didn't just stumble into an OnlyFans like, oh my God, boom, it's here. What is this? Oh my God, this is like, oh my God, no. She knew what she was doing. So we gotta stop saying a 19-year-old is a child. We gotta see, because y'all want to do it only when it benefits women, like I keep telling you guys. But nobody said anything to Brittany Griner, when she was chasing at that 19-year-old boy when he was in college, before he made it to Dallas Mavericks, having a kid with him. We gotta apply the same thing for the girl, Brianna, whatever her name is, the one who was chasing the kid from college, who's 21 years old on the Houston Rockets, the point guard. That means that we gotta call these women out and say we cannot celebrate them. But the key is this: women know, fellas, listen. Women know that the older men are the ones who are established and have the money. So if you take that option away from them, you know how many chicks will be stuck living at home with their fathers? You know how many chicks would fall to what the Bible says, fall into prostitution? Do you know how many women will actually end up in the streets? So women don't want men. Women don't want the laws to change to protect everyone. But they just want the men. Oh, why don't men raise their standards? If I'm a wealthy man, I'm not dealing with no old ass hag. I'm going for the young women too. No one said anything when Hugh Hefner did it. Shout out to Hugh Hefner. Shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio. Shout out to Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, all the guys. You want to know why, fellas? Remember, Tracy Ross just recently said, when she was asked, why do you date younger men? Because I can. We could date younger, we could date younger because we can. And we got more options than women. Fellas, stop being a scared little boy and grow some balls and stand on being a man and be proud of it. But let's keep going. Fellas, this is telling. But listen, keep watch. Keep going.
Because y'all realize this will definitely backfire on women and not men.
Because I think that people in society as a whole wants clarity.
Fellas, do you recall me saying this to y'all? I've been saying this on Instagram for at least a decade. I've been saying it on YouTube for at least 3 years. Fellas, if men say fuck it, we're not dealing with these young chicks, cool. What happens is this: so much pressure is going to be put on women. Fellas, if society collapses, if things go wrong for women, things are going to go wrong for us. That's what you guys are not understanding. And I need you to start understanding that. But so we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. So I can't date this young woman because she's a child, but this child can have OnlyFans. Make it make sense, people. Please, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Right? And it's funny. I'm still missing a plot, honest to God. I'm missing a plot. Because I'm still trying to figure out how Shannon Sharpe became the villain,
right?
When obviously, especially with a woman that would hire a Tony Busby and record conversations and plot this whole situation out, is a villain.
Right.
I mean, Yeah, I get it. Okay, so morally and all of this stuff, and I don't support the idea of dating somebody 30 years younger than you or whatever, so on and so forth. But it's a different conversation when we talk about clarity, right? And making sure that everybody understands exactly what's expected when you go into these relationships, or whether or not you should date somebody and all of that other type of stuff. But the other side of it is, how did he become the villain?
Right.
Men, okay? Not to mention the other conclusion that men had, which was that men need wives. So, like, once again, it is up to women to regulate and control men's behavior. That's a fucking crazy take. Saying that Shannon Sharpe should have just had a wife instead. He is the exact type of man that would cheat on her anyway. He is the exact type of man that would never let her know a moment of peace anyway. Men do not.
I think Shannon Sharpe showed a level of responsibility by not getting married and then being able to choose what it is that he wanted to do with his life as a single person.
100%. Ready? I give much respect for Shannon to remain single. This whole much respect. Ready? Shout out to Derek Jeter, because Derek Jeter did the same thing. He'll date around, he'll chill out. He didn't want to have no wedding, no marriage, no kids before his career. When his career ended, then he decided to do so. You want to know why? So that way no woman can capitalize on his career. That's smart. That's very smart. Shannon did a very good thing, very smart thing.
By deciding not, I don't know.
Need wives, okay? It is not women's job to control undisciplined loser men lest they be unleashed on the rest of society. Like,
I don't know how he's uncontrolled loser men, but you ready? This 19-year-old went after him. You want to know why? $100 million man, made over $70 million throughout his career. Very successful podcast. How is he a loser man? See, fellas, y'all have to stop letting women use these manipulating words. Fellas, I want you to understand. Because nobody wants to deal with her, she wants to take it out on the whole population. Fellas, let's keep going.
I'm actually a huge fan of this whole like men going their own way trend, because it really just results in them shining a huge light on the once again festering wound that the patriarchy really is. Because every time that men are out on their own out there without a wife, without somebody to cover for them, or without somebody to go up and testify for them in court and all this stuff, say that he was with her, etc. This is the kind of shit they do. Shit that shocks and outrages a lot of people. And to the point where they're actually talking about it out in the open. So I'm actually really happy about that.
What? She's just talking. Like, what is she saying? She's just rambling on at this point.
I'm really glad that women are no longer forced to marry men because men, quote unquote, need wives.
At this point, they're basically painting marriage for women prior to them being able to leverage feminism to continue to say that we are equal to men. They're basically framing marriage prior to, 1950, 60, 70 as slavery. They're putting themselves in the same position and saying that, hey, we were under duress, and even though families together and all of this other type of stuff, and don't get me wrong, there's yin and yang, and there's good and bad, and we evolve over time as far as what we look at as good and bad and all of this other type of stuff. But the reality is that women are basically saying we were slaves, and we still want men to operate with the same mindset as a traditional men back then. But what we don't want is, we don't want the ability, we don't want to be...
Now, mind you, fellas, y'all watching this video, wait until my next video. Yo, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, turn notifications, because I'm going to show you something. Ready? Hear me. Watch this. Fellas, you want to know why she's saying what she's saying? It's because she's young. Wait until the next video. When you start seeing older women are like, why can't I just stay home and just cook and clean? because she's young and she thinks she got time. This is why she could talk like this. But let's continue.
Restricted from doing what we want to do when we want to do it, especially with our own bodies. And they're using every situation, including the situation that happened with Shannon Sharp, to illustrate this.
What men need is a fucking kick in the nuts. Like, men need their privilege taken away. Men need their marriage DEI taken away. That's what we really need, because we need to see men as a society in their most honest, most exposed state. That is the only thing that will get us to reconsider the path that we are on right now, which is...
Fellas, you know what's so funny about what she's saying though? If what she was saying was true, then why are they trying to force men back into relationships? Why is 40% of the US dollar spent outside of the country? Why are men staying out of relationships on purpose because they don't want to take care of women like this? Fellas, this is how you know she doesn't know what she's... I guarantee you she's in some kind of liberal class in college or whatever, and they teaching her this propaganda. Fellas, the man that marries this chick, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. And I hope he find God before he find her. Because the minute he find God before he find her, I guarantee you, the Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. This is not a good thing. But let's keep going.
Which is basically the red pill alt-right pipeline with this kind of thinking. It's always women that must be punished for the misdeeds of men. It's always women that, oh, well, he should have just had a wife. Where was his wife? Oh my God. Men will literally do anything but take the smallest bit of a fucking responsibility for things that they have done for the...
Fellas, she's talking about men taking the responsibility. This is an immature woman. See, fellas, if I ran into this 19-year-old woman right here, bro, I'm throwing this whole chick in the garbage. Because women are absolutely allergic to accountability. It is their kryptonite. And she's... Fellas, I'm going to tell you what it is. I keep telling you, women are the one fighting for these laws. Us men, we create our own. We make our own way. And women get mad that we don't need society or them the way they need us. Because there's always going to be a woman who's going to need somebody who's a leader like me. Who knows how to problem solve. Can provide, protect. We're always going to be in demand. She won't. Let's keep going.
Crimes that they have committed. It's always somehow round and about women's fault. We should have chose better. When we choose better and refuse to get with these men, no, that man should have had a wife. Who are y'all fucking kidding? Like, we can see this. We have the receipts, right? Y'all were telling us to choose better. Now that we choose better, he should have had a wife. Absolutely allergic to responsibility. Absolutely allergic to growth.
Now, mind you, now what is she really saying there? You told us to choose better. Now they're choosing better. What is better? What's better? What is better? An older man? Cause that's what these young girls are doing. They're choosing the older men. Can't get mad. You can't get mad.
An embarrassing point. It's really, really shameful. Why didn't Shannon choose better? Why did he choose a 19-year-old when there's plenty of women his age or close to his age?
What does women taking responsibility and ownership of their situation have to do with all men?
Right.
While at the same time holding one man accountable that is getting held accountable by society, the court of public opinion, and they're taking his wealth away.
Right.
What do y'all see the correlation? Do you see the the stretching and the moving of the goalposts in order to try to justify the fact that they are alone, they are lonely, and they are not getting the results that they want. So much so to where the population.
Fellas, I want you to understand, just because a woman can get smashed by every man out there, fellas, a woman has the ability to get sex from now until the day she goes. She can't find commitment. These women are lonely out here. They cannot find commitment. And if they find commitment, it's not from the man that they actually want. Fellas, I want you to...
decline in the United States of America because men are not choosing to subject themselves to this bullshit anymore. I think that men should go their own way. I think that it should be every man and every woman for themselves.
Yep.
Ain't no more community. Ain't no more coming together. Ain't no more kumbaya. Ain't no more working together. You find a person, if there is a person that is going in the direction that you should go in, and rock out with them. Otherwise, let everybody else fend for themselves. No more chivalry. No more opening up doors. No more helping them. Leave them to fend for themselves. Men fend for yourself. Women fend for themselves. And let's see how this shit shake out. And let's see who the winners at the end of the day as far as cultural or society or gender or however you want to frame it. Just let them have themselves.
Fellas, listen to me. Fellas, hear me out. This is what I've also been telling you guys. Stop opening doors for women that you don't know. Stop holding the doors. Don't go rescue them. She's burning. Oh my God, leave her alone. Because to them, we ain't shit. Fellas, let's see who wins at the end of this race. Because you want to know what? I guarantee you this. There will be more women chasing after men like me, Anton, Coach Greg, the powerful men. They're going to chase after us and say, we ain't trying to hear what none of these chicks is saying. Fellas, let these chicks, fellas, there is no dates. Fellas, I always told you guys, why are you spending, fellas, you should not be spending money on no woman if she's not your woman. If she hasn't said, I am yours, if you don't have access to that woman physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, in every single way, you shouldn't be doing nothing for her. Fellas, we've been saying this for the longest time. You fellas, let's see who wins. We will come out the winners. Cause what's gonna happen is this. The women, if every man said I ain't taking care of women no more, the women who don't believe in this propaganda right here and this nonsense, they're gonna be like I said, hell with them. We coming over here to the men. We need our men. And that's gonna leave even more of them miserable. You guys all seen the TV show of Survivor. You seen the TV show, right? What was it, Survivor, where it was the men on one island, ladies on the ladies almost died. They almost died by themselves. And the men, they freaking building fortresses. One knew how to fish. One knew how to build. Another one building fires. They were thriving. And the girls was fucking hanging on by a thread. Let's see who wins this. Yo, police officers, fellas. If my husband isn't, leave, don't show up. Don't show. Fellas, my house is burning down. Is she a woman? Yeah. Call that all-female fire department. Go let them help her out. Go. Fellas, it won't be pretty. It won't be pretty. But y'all already know what time it is, man. I'm your host, Michael May. Thank you for being here. Hit me on our podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Builds, man. Y'all already know. Hit the subscribe button, like button, turn on notifications. I'll see you on the flip side. One.